Dear friends, we are very closer to the celebration of the feast of the birthday of our loving Mother Mary. So today especially let us reflect upon Mary, teacher and disciple. Jesus is the only master. Mary is a teacher by participation. In reality, Mary did not write any books. Nor she had a chair to teach, nor she devoted herself to preaching. And yet, she was a teacher and formator of Jesus and of the church, of the apostles and of all Christians. In what sense? Mary is a teacher because she has given the world Jesus Christ, the Master. She is, according to Saint Epiphanius, the sublime book that has proposed to the world the reading of the Word of God. Mary is a teacher by the holiness of her example. If we want to be configured with Christ, the easiest way is Mary, a book that contains all the virtues, faith, hope and love. Mary preaches not with words, but incarnating the word, writing a book with her own blood. But Mary is a teacher for being a disciple, for being totally open to listening and participating in the destiny of her Son who died and rose again. In it, listening and following, they are intimately united as indissoluble elements of true discipleship. The authority of Mary's magisterium is due then to her perfect discipleship in relation to the Word of God, to whom she, with her let it be done, has given a body. To such an extent that Mary's true greatness lies not so much in her motherhood or other privileges, but in having been faithful and fruitful listener to the Word of God. Jesus himself recognized this when, before the cry of the woman, induced by his words, he answers, "Rather, blessed are those who hear the word of God and fulfill it." Mary is the first one to follow Jesus in his mission, sharing his choices, and thus becomes the perfect disciple of the Lord. Moreover, she is the woman of listening to the will of God expressed in events, which she preserves and meditates on in her heart. Her faith was not mere intellectual adherence, but life experience. St. John Paul II affirms it in this way: she was the first of his disciples. First in time, for already when she found him in the temple, she receives from her adolescent son some lessons which she keeps in her heart. The first above all, because no one has been taught by God so deeply. Mother, and at the same time a disciple. St. Augustine said of her, boldly adding that this was more important to her than the other. The greater the adherence to Christ, the greater the capacity for compromise. Hence, the importance of communion with Him in the journey towards the maturity of faith, which is transforming life into dedication and service. Do not forget that life screams louder than words and action. Living the Marian dimension, believers will be in a position to let ourselves be formed in the mystery of Christ, so that the word of the Lord may be fulfilled in us as it was fulfilled in Mary, and to be able to give it in an integral way to a world that needs it so much, using all the means at our disposal. Let Mary blessed with her examples.